said, I totally agree. We're going to give a lot of praise to Luka Doncic, but I think also what you said, this offense of Rick Carlisle, you take your head up to him. He's been one of the elite coaches for a long time, but really didn't have a lot of guys that could come out and flat out score without Porzingis. So the offense I saw him running, I was so impressed. They got easy shots. And I mean, when Luka was not in, the way they ran their offense. So having a combination of Rick Carlisle and Luka Doncic, they had a chance to stay in this series because they got good shots, like you say. Next challenge will be totally different between Denver and Utah, but I don't think they will have anybody, even though Donovan Mitchell is going extremely well, it's just the way the spacing and the three-point shooting is going. I don't think it'll be as hard because if you start to look at that 1-5 pick and roll, whether it's Gobert, yes, if it's Jamal Murray and Jokic, it'll be tough, but I think the Clippers have enough to face any team because now I look at, even if they're playing Denver can't stop guys defensively. Utah will be a tougher matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah. Denver's defense has not been good in the bubble or at times during the regular season for sure. Utah's been a little more consistent on that end. The bigs pose an interesting challenge. They don't typically play Ivica Zubac a ton of minutes, though he played 33 in this game. It will have to change their rotation, you would think, a little bit, no matter which team they're playing, because of the focus on those big guys, particularly Jokic, who was such an important part of that Denver offense. Hang on, hold that thought, Smitty. We're going to go to the bubble and listen in for Doc Rivers. Always a must-listen, Doc Rivers, after the series closeout by his Clippers.
Oh.
Hey, Doc, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
Great. We'll go to Tomer first.
Hey, Doc, congrats on the series win. Just your overall thoughts on, I guess, the challenges Dallas have done, how you guys counted them throughout the series. It looks like their bench gave you a lot of trouble throughout the series. You guys found ways, especially trying to Luka, to make it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas, I don't know if you ever want to have a great opponent, but they are the most efficient offensive team in league history, and they're a hell of an organization. They got a great coach, and they have Luka and great scoring. So for us, they presented all those challenges, and I thought we grew through the series. The little bit of adversity early on was very good for us. We haven't had any all year, so I look at that as good, positive growth. And then I thought our guys really start focusing in on the last two games, especially with the different schemes coming out, timeouts. I mean, Rex and Ty did a great job. Every timeout, we tried to show them a different look, and I thought it was effective.
And over to home.
Congrats on the win. How do you feel you guys are at, where you guys are at right now in the second round? Are they where you want to be at this point in the playoffs?
It's hard to tell because we keep having these guys out. Hopefully we can get Pat back for game one. We can get back to our normal rotations. But there was a lot of little guys. I mean, Kawhi was phenomenal throughout this whole series. I thought he was dominant. And then PG picked it up, greatly after the first two games. But there were so many other little other things that guys did. I thought Marcus throughout was not only just a good player, he was an instigator. Zoo had the playoff of his life. So Sham and Reggie makes big shots. So I liked how we looked in that way, that other guys contributed.
Move over to Andrew.
Doc, Kawhi's performance, particularly in the second half today, I think he was 9 of 10 from the field, but it went beyond his shooting. And how do you describe the way he helped you guys really close this out?
You can tell he was the one guy that was used to closing out series. He was calm. He got us in place. During games you fall on a set, right? And we fell on that little elbow set for him. And he just took what was there. If they didn't come, he scored. If they came, he made the right pass. So I said it before the game. I was talking to PJ Carlissimo, and I was telling him the one thing I didn't know. I knew he could pass, and I knew he may be a good passer. I didn't know he was an elite passer. And that's something you don't know until you coach a guy.
Charlie?
When you guys go for it, Michael got a little opportunity there and then finished with plus 20 and 14 minutes.
Yeah, he played great. He was great. I mean, honestly, Charlie, we wanted to go back with him, but they stayed small, and so we just matched up with him. But JaMychal's been our Swiss Army knife all year. starts at the 4. He started at the 5. I mean, we've put him about everywhere.
Move over to Helen.
Helen, where's she been?
No, Helene.
Helene? Helene? Where have you been?
Far away. Going far. Just wanted to ask, you touched on it a little bit, but what to you are the best things that came out of this series for your team and that maybe leave you a little concerned?
Well, nothing concerning, because everything that didn't work, we can get better. I think that adversity, I didn't think we played well, quite honestly, for the first 3 games. And yet we still were 2-1, you know. I thought we joined the series late. I thought our intensity joined playoff intensity late. I thought our execution, gradually got better. So what came out of this that I loved is you could tell by the end how much our guys value defensive and offensive execution. I don't think they believed it, that that's what you need during the playoffs. But I think Dallas got their attention for sure.
Miriam.
Congratulations, Doc. You mentioned Marcus as an integrator and that being a good thing. Any thoughts on his change and just sort of how that energy actually...
Yeah, I didn't think he should have been thrown out. But listen, I'm biased, so I thought he made a play on the ball, and he hit him on the head. It happens all game, so I think it was a repetition throwout, but you just got to live with it. I love Marcus's intensity. He's a tough guy. He's not backing down, and I love that in him.
Hey Doc, I'm curious, now that the series is over, what are your thoughts on Luka and just facing him in the playoffs at 21 years old?
I think I was on board with Luka a long time ago. I think 2 years ago, or his rookie year, I said I had a man crush on him. It's grown, so he's just a terrific player. I love his toughness. I mean, we made it hard for him these last 2 games, and he just kept going. I was waiting for him to get tired, you know, but he didn't. He just kept playing. So just crazy respect for him as a player. Love him. I love his plays with a great joy, and I love that as well.
Thanks, Doc. That's all the time we have for you today.
All right. Okay.
Doc Rivers expressing his admiration for that guy, Luka Doncic, who will lead this Mavericks team into what appears to be a bright future. 17 triple-doubles this season. Kristaps Porzingis has the knee issue, but he should be back and healthy for next season after averaging 20 other knee injury. Not a ton of salary cap flexibility this offseason. There is cap room in 2021 looking ahead. But the season is over for the Mavericks, who rejoined the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Here is their head coach, Rick Carlisle.
Brad. Yeah, Coach, I know it's still fresh, but just want to get your takeaway from the game and the season. Your owner tweeted a couple minutes ago, this is just the beginning.
Well, I'm in full agreement with that. It's a tough series, you know, for a lot of reasons. We're down some of our guys, which, you know, those kinds of things are going to happen. But today, the way that our guys fought and competed, you know, through all the ups and downs of the game, was something that was can make all Mavericks fans proud, makes our organization proud, and we got a lot of great experience from being down here and being in the playoffs. It's a different experience without the fans. This morning we talked about the fact that, you know, for a normal Game 6, we'd be going home to 20,000 people, and we'd have a real advantage there, and we were going to have to find the energy, you know, amongst our family that's here, you know, to fight and to give ourselves a chance. And they did. They fought as hard as they possibly could. Everybody was into it, and, you know, you hate to lose, but the effort was phenomenally good.
Renee, we're done in the room, so go ahead with Zoom.
Okay, Tim McMahon. Rick, I'm sorry I'm coming in a little late to this, but what, if anything, did you learn about Luka during this series?
Well, look, he's one of the toughest players that I've ever seen in this league, and that goes back 35, 36 years.